You've heard me talk about the Paradise Dam in Queensland before, some big developments today. Let me give you an update. Remember, back in 2020, the Palaszczuk government downsized the dam over so-called safety concerns, costing taxpayers $100 million and decimating a lot of businesses, horticulture, farmer and others in the area who had predicated their business success and profits on water. Devastating impact, and not just in Queensland, right around the country in terms of export earnings. Earlier this week, after years of inaction, the Queensland Premier says, well, she'll now only half do the job. And Scott Morrison and Canberra have got to stump up the rest of the money. Well, today, they did just that. Keith Pitt was there for the announcement in Queensland. He's the Minister for Resources and Water and the member for Hinkler, which includes part of Bundaberg. He joins me now from Canberra. All right, Keith, I think it's important. This dam is critical. It needed to be fixed, but is this a back down from the Morrison government? Why are you bailing Queensland out?
Oh, Peter, as you've said, I mean, this is critical to our local economy. It's got to be fixed. It's $1,200 million. And if you start adding the rest, over 100 to knock it down, tens of millions on repairs previously, the 300 they put in to start with. This is the biggest failure in Australia's infrastructure history for public infrastructure, all under Labor's watch. I mean, anything Labor builds, you don't get a warranty. And, you know, we need to do this. There is no doubt, has to be fixed. We're delivering 50% or up to 50% at least, depending on what the project looks like when we get the detail. But it just breaks my heart, Peter. $1,200 million. We could have built a level 5 hospital for my local area. We could have dual laned a big piece of the Bruce Highway. There's so many other projects. Could have built another dam somewhere. But anyway, we are getting on with it. We are fixing Labor's failures because it's necessary.
Yeah, I think that's what gets under my skin is the fact that the Commonwealth yet again bails out a bad stage. She gets away with it. The budget's full of red ink, all the stories we know. But give us a sense of now what this will mean for your local growers and exporters.
Oh, they've had a lot of sleepless nights. They went from an area which had roughly 92% reliability on water allocations to a 14% offer last year. Now, fortunately, they've had some good rain. What's left of the dam has got water in it, so we've got a reasonable outlook. But now we've got to go through a construction period again. That's going to take time. The dam will get emptied. There's a lot of work to it. So there's still some sleepless nights, but we do have a commitment. Our money is on the table. I'm very thankful to the PM and Barnaby and others for actually signing this off. And to my Queensland colleagues, Peter, who you know fought almost as hard as I did. We've got Cole Boyce up there, the state member for Callide, and he's also running for Flynn. He's been out having a crack. People like James McGrath and Matt Canavan and others. But this is something that had to be done. It's just such a shame that we have to fix another Labor failure. Yeah, there's just no warranties on their work whatsoever.
All credit to you. All credit to you, because you and I have talked about this pretty much non-stop for 2 years. And we know it was built by Peter Beattie. They all tried to paper over the cracks. No one wanted to admit they'd got this so wrong. Why did Palaszczuk ignore it for so long?
Oh, they're just not interested in building dams, Peter. If they were, they would have taken up any number of offers from us in terms of our dam building fund. We had $3.5 billion on the table. You know, we want to see new infrastructure, places like Urana Dam and Hells Gate and others, because we need that reliability. I mean, I know just how important that is, not only as a former farmer and a local member, but as the Federal Minister for Water. So we want to see this work done. I'd say to Premier Palaszczuk, I mean, she said she'd do this herself if we didn't come up with our half. Well, if you've got to spare $600 million, I know some dams in Queensland that can use some support for new dams, and that'll be new pieces to our economy.